So in this video, I'm going to be comparing the Shun Premier to the Miyabi Birchwood, specifically their bread knives. And off the bat, these are both going to be essentially the highest tier knives the companies make. But I will say the Miyabi Birchwood is leagues ahead of the Premier, even with that considered. One of the biggest reasons is the fact that this knife is completely and totally handmade, while the Shun is essentially automated handmade, and that really makes a big difference in the fit and finish of the knife. Every single corner and edge has been rounded off, so everything just feels like a smooth transition to the next edge, even down here. The handle where it meets the blade with the spacer is a perfect seamless finish. You don't feel anything whatsoever. It's completely and totally flush. And even small details like the logo in the back of the handle has been carved, while on the Shun, for example, by contrast, this is all 90 degrees, and even right here there's a little burr where it hasn't been polished all the way. When you run your fingers between the handle and the blade, you can feel the lip where it's not completely flush, and the logo in the back has been stamped, so you can see where the metal's been pushed out of the way and it looks a little bit sloppy. With that said, the actual cutting angles as well as the materials are very different. The Shun uses VG Max, which is a very nice steel, 61 hardness, but the Miyabi uses SG2, which is a powdered steel, and it's an insane 63 hardness. And what that means is you're probably never going to need to sharpen this knife. On top of that, the Shun is ground to a very respectable 16-degree angle, which is very sharp, but the Miyabi is hand ground using their 3-step system to an insane 9-degree angle. So we're talking single digits. And as you can imagine, with an angle roughly 50% thinner than its competitor, this knife is exponentially sharper. Both knives have a good amount of sort of jewelry going on to the blade. The Shun has 34 layers of stainless steel worked into it, so you can see the damascus pattern towards the bottom, as well as the hammering on the top. And the Birchwood has an insane 50 layers on either side, which gives you this beautiful flower damascus pattern. Both knives have full tangs. The Shun goes through a brown pakkawood handle, which is a compressed resin-filled wood. And the Miyabi goes through birchwood, which is actually one of the woods they used to use for Faberge eggs. It has a beautiful, amazing grain pattern that you really can't even appreciate until you're looking at it in person. And with the red contrast spacers, it just really pops. Now, I said it has a great amount of fit and finish, but you really don't get the full idea of how much care has gone into these knives until you really pay attention to this pin right here. It looks like it's just one solid piece, but it's actually about 15 to 20 individual little tiny pieces of copper, bronze, and steel that have been put in a mosaic pattern and pressed into the handle. And I think with that said, you can tell that someone has put their heart and soul into making each of these knives, and it really makes a big difference. Either way, I'll put a link down to both of these below. If you guys have any questions and comments and concerns, as always, let me know. And otherwise, I will talk to you very soon.